All right, welcome back, everybody. We are here with another one of our presenters for the day, with Mr. Arnold Torres from Gateway Community College. He's going to give you the rundown, just like all the other presenters have. He's going to talk about Gateway and the programs that they can offer everybody out there. Remember, students, again, just want to lead off by saying, if you're watching this, that's fantastic. If you guys have any questions during the presentation, go ahead and scroll down to the announcements section of the PSP homepage. You can click and access the chat room that we have set up for those questions to be answered live on camera by our representatives from the colleges and universities. If you guys want more information, let's say you have a question that you don't think of till later, or you're trying to think of something during the presentation, you can't think of it till next presentation, go ahead and fill out the short form that's located directly below the video. From that short form, we'll be able to get your information straight over to the representatives from each of the colleges and universities, so that way they can contact you directly and help answer any more additional questions that you might have. So again, Arnold, great to have you here. We're excited to see what the presentation has.
All right, thanks for having me. Yeah, my name is Arnold Torres. I'm from Gateway Community College, and I also represent the Maricopa Skills Center. So we are part of the Maricopa Community College District. Hopefully this presentation can be resourceful to you. We have a ton of options and degrees for you to consider as many of you decide to begin your higher education journey and enter into college. So let's get started. All right, so our main campus at Gateway Community College is on 40th Street and Washington, and we do have 3 Maricopa Skills Center locations. The main campus is on 12th Street and Buckeye. We do have a campus for the Maricopa Skills Center on 27th Ave and Bell, and we do have a cutting edge that focuses just on cosmetology.
It's still on us.
Are we good?
Good, yes,
okay.
We're good.
So I'll be talking about Gateway and the Maricopa Skills Center. We are, again, a part of the Maricopa Community College District. And I think I mentioned we are on 40th Street in Washington for Gateway Community College. We have over 125 different certificates and programs. Gateway and the Maricopa Skills Center is very known for launching people into the workforce. We have very specific programs that give students very specific skills to go out into the workforce, and a lot of our students will actually come on in and transfer to university. So those are probably the 2 main reasons why someone is going to choose Gateway. They're looking for one of our unique program offerings that's going to give them that skill to get into the workforce, or they're going to start with us and transfer to a university. A lot of people are attracted to a community college in Maricopa or Gateway and Skills Center because of these small class sizes. So you have a ratio of students to an instructor that's pretty small. So a lot of students like that, so they have the one-on-one interaction with the instructor. We are close to ASU and downtown, ASU's downtown campus and the Tempe campus, and the light rail runs right through our Gateway campus on 40th Street in Washington. So it's very convenient if you don't have transportation. And if our students are going back and forth from Gateway to ASU, they learn how to use the light rail rather quickly. And so that's another attraction to Gateway Community College. We do have short-term and hands-on learning. Well, this is technical difficulties advancing my slides here. So while we're figuring out how to advance to the slides, I can talk to you a little bit about our degree program. So Gateway is really known for healthcare. So we have a lot of healthcare technicians, anywhere from some of the most popular ones are nursing, being a CNA, a registered nurse, an LPN, a very popular program at Gateway Community College. Some of the other popular programs will include ultrasound tech, X-ray tech. You can learn to do MRIs at Gateway. We have a nuclear medicine program, polysonography. That's actually when you're studying people while they are asleep. Respiratory care. Well, I think we went a little farther here. We do have respiratory care. I apologize for having some technical difficulties here, so sometimes the screens don't match up. We ready? Get back on? Okay. Yeah, this is Maricopa Skills Center. So we'll talk about Maricopa Skills Center, then jump back into Gateway. At the Maricopa Skills Center, when you come to the Maricopa Skills Center, you should expect to do hands-on learning. So if you maybe prefer not to do so much of the traditional math, reading, writing, social and behavioral sciences, and you want to get just a hands-on skill that's going to launch you into the workforce, the Maricopa Skills Center is definitely a place for you to consider. These programs are based on clock hours, so it's not like a traditional college where it's credit hour based. In these classrooms, in these programs, there is some classroom work, some book work, but the majority of it is going to be hands-on. So at the Maricopa Skills Center, we have trades, construction trades like plumbing, electrical, carpentry, and we even teach folks how to install solar panels. We have welding, we have auto body that focuses on auto collision. So if you're looking to learn how to repair dents in vehicles, one unique program about the Maricopa Skills Center is our butcher program or our meat cutting program. So it's kind of that program I think is kind of like thinking outside the box. If you want to get a specific skill and go work for one of our major grocers, that's a great program to consider. We also have healthcare programs at the Maricopa Skills Center, which include a CNA program. If you do that program, it launches you right into Gateway's LPN program without having to sit on any type of waiting list. We have phlebotomy, we have patient care, pharmacy tech, and one of our other popular programs is cosmetology and the esthetician program, which focuses on hair, nails, makeup, and of course skincare. So that's a very popular program for the Maricopa Skills Center. So let's see if we can jump back into Gateway's programs. I think we have passed the slide, but anyhow, I think I mentioned some of the medical programs. That's what Gateway is really known for. The other thing we're known for is our industrial tech program. So we have an awesome automotive program, which we have corporate sponsors with Honda or Toyota. So many of our students will actually learn to be a technician with Honda or Toyota. So they'll come through Gateway's program and then eventually join the workforce with those two Honda or Toyota corporations. We do have a general automotive program, so if you're not interested in Honda or Toyota, you could do our general one. We do have HVAC, which stands for heating, ventilation, and cooling, so air conditioning is a big one. One big program at Maricopa Skills Center and Gateway is our CNC precision machining program. So think of that as kind of turning a raw piece of metal into anything you could think of. So our precision machining folks have manufactured parts for like prosthetic limbs, golf clubs. They do all kinds of things. 3D printers are part of that program. We just had a big open house event at the Maricopa Skills Center. One of the students who went through our precision machining program actually manufactured several parts to a custom ATV or quad that he made. It's a race quad, so it's some pretty cool stuff. So there's a lot of opportunities in precision machining, and that is for Gateway and Skills Center. Again, we talked about nursing, healthcare. We do have water technologies and occupational safety and health programs at Gateway. And then again, several of our students will just, if they're not interested in these programs, they'll come and start with us and then transfer to one of our public universities in Arizona. We also have students who transfer to private universities, but we have articulation agreements all across the country. Okay, so and our tuition is $84 per credit hour, so that's consistent throughout all Maricopa community colleges. So $84 per credit hour. Typical college class is about 3 college credits, so one class is about $252 if you do 84 times 3, and that's in-state tuition. Several of our students are eligible for financial aid. We actually encourage all students to apply for FAFSA, and that's the free financial aid application. And we have tons of scholarships for our students. We utilize the Maricopa Community College Foundation website that lists several scholarships for you all to consider. We have a presidential scholarship, meaning you're in the top 20% of your graduating class. I'm not sure how that works for Primavera students, but we also have, you can also get that scholarship by your test scores. So we don't require any ACT or SAT test scores. We do require that you complete the AccuPlacer, and we can look at your test scores to determine if you qualify for the presidential scholarship, which will cover up to 2 years. Will cover tuition, and also just keep in mind for financial aid to be eligible, you have to have a high school diploma or GED, and I know you all are working on completing your high school diploma through here, Primavera High School. And we do, if you have to pay out of pocket, we do have payment plans, so you don't always have to pay up front for your full tuition. Okay, so when you go to college, we have tons of available resources. When you go, you're going to be successful if you utilize your resources. So if you're the type of student that maybe is just going to jump from your car, go to the classroom, or just log online and perhaps just do your classroom and maybe not utilizing resources, we do have online resources as well as in person, which include academic advisement, counseling, a career center. They help things with like resume writing and also do some career advising if you're unsure what you're majoring in. Disability resources, so if anybody has like an IEP or any type of disability, we have services to make any type of accommodations. And we have a free tutoring center, which is called our Learning Center, which features a writing center and all subjects. You can go and tutor for free. So, and of course we have a library that you would utilize just kind of like any other library, but once you're a Maricopa Community College student, you then get access to tons of databases or for research papers, and the library is a good place to start so they can teach folks how to find those websites and databases. So also part of college is joining clubs. So Gateway has about 28 clubs. So if you do decide to come in person and maybe join a club, we do have online classes. I know Primavera is an online high school. We have both online and in-person classes. So if you did online high school and then you're looking to go to college in person, that's an option. If you're looking to just kind of stay online because that works for you, we do have online classes, and I believe we have another one of our colleges in Maricopa who probably will be presenting with you. Either they did or they will present after me. That's Rio Salado, and they do 100% online college classes. So we work very closely with all of our community colleges in Maricopa. There's actually 11 of us. So I will kind of point some of those out here in a minute. And I think we're ending our presentation soon. So we'll have time for Q&A. We do have sports for men. We have baseball and soccer, and for women we have softball and soccer. So if you're interested in playing sports, we can give you information on how to connect with the coaches. They're also on our website. So visit our website or reach out to us. Our contact information will be up here shortly to find out about our athletic opportunities. Okay, so here is some contact information. This is my recruitment team. My name's Arnold. I'm the manager of the recruitment team, and then I have Cynthia, who focuses a lot on Gateway Community College recruitment, and then Matt Kastner, who focuses on recruitment for the Maricopa Skills Center. But we all overlap and are very familiar with all of the programs within the institution. Basically, to apply, all you have to do is fill out an application, which you can access through my.maricopa.edu. You will then prepare for payment, so just discuss payment options with your family, and then third, you'll want to take the AccuPlacer at any one of the Maricopa community colleges, which is free, and then we'll connect you with an academic advisor and soon be on your way to selecting classes. So that's the information that I have. If you have questions that I can answer, I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking about Gateway or any questions that I might be able to answer.
All right, well, thank you, Arnold. It was a great presentation. Again, minor technical difficulties, but powered through it and got through it all. We've got some great questions lined up here from our students. Remember, students, get those questions in now. Try and make sure that you can get onto the chat, ask those questions now within the next 5-6 minutes. That way we can get them answered for you on the spot. You can go away with all the information you need. If you can't, go ahead and fill out that short form right below the video that's playing right now, and you can get more information from the reps from each of the universities at a later time. First question we have right now is, what is the most popular degree that you see most students come through Gateway for?
I think some of the most popular degrees I'd have to say would be in our healthcare field. We are the only college that has some of these programs that I mentioned. So the only Maricopa Community College within Maricopa County that has the programs such as like medical, ultrasound, or x-ray, respiratory care, physical therapy assisting. Those are very unique to Gateway, so I'd say those are some of the popular programs. Nursing, of course, is popular, and then our automotive program is pretty popular as well.
Okay, perfect. Now, what are the requirements, the general requirements, basic requirements that a student would need to go ahead and attend Gateway?
Basically, all you have to do is graduate from high school. We're an open enrollment type college, so graduate from high school and fill out the application. It's free, so we don't charge $50 or anything like that for an application. Just fill it out, and you're enrolled at Gateway Community College. So we'll get you your classes rolling after you fill out the application and take the AccuPlacer.
Perfect. Now, are high school students who are currently in high school able to take courses with Gateway?
That's correct. So students who are in high school are able to take colleges. In fact, you don't need a high school diploma to be a Gateway Community College student. You do need a high school diploma or GED to be eligible for financial aid.
Okay.
So students can actually enroll. We just encourage getting that high school diploma or GED for, in this case, it's high school diploma.
Yep.
For financial aid purposes.
Okay, perfect. So for all you students that are out there right now, if you want to get a jump start on your college courses, take some classes right now while you're taking Primavera. You can definitely look at doing that. Even before you graduate from Primavera, you can start taking those classes at Gateway. What do we have next for our questions? Looks like someone wants to know about the deadlines. What are the deadlines for someone to enroll for college courses at Gateway?
Good question. In the Maricopa Community College system, we don't have a lot of deadlines like universities, where if you're planning to enroll in the fall semester of 2016, you have to have your application in by maybe November or December.
Yeah.
We're a little bit different. You can actually enroll anytime, but we do encourage, even though we don't have deadlines, we work with you to get things done early.
Okay.
So for example, we're working with a lot of seniors right now who they're actually doing the application, they're taking their placement exam, and they don't plan to start until August of 2016.
Okay.
So the only bad thing, sometimes there's no deadlines, but let's say you come in late July and barely start filling out your application and financial aid, it might work for you.
Yeah.
There's a good chance, but then you're kind of behind the 8 ball a little bit in terms of kind of scrambling for the leftover classes and things like that.
Okay, so students, remember, don't push it. get that stuff done as early as possible. You talked about students who have IEPs. What about students with 504 disabilities? Are they able to attend Gateway, same as everybody else?
Yeah, and anybody else is open at Gateway Community College. We just encourage that they visit our DRS office, which is our Disability Resources Services office, to talk about any type of accommodations that need to be made for
Perfect.
students.
Okay, so question for the counselors who might be at Gateway: are they able to track with students along with helping them decide future majors? If they're gonna decide, hey, I want to do 2 years at a community college and then jump to university,
Sure.
can they start putting them on that track as soon as you step foot on campus? How does that work?
Definitely. So we do have our academic advisors who do a little bit of that, and then the career center that I mentioned. Several students come into college undecided, or they think that they know what they want to do. But they often change their mind. So that's a misconception anyways. By the way, you don't have to know what you want to do to start college, because sometimes it's a place where you discover what you want to do. And we have great career counselors who will give you like self-assessment exams to maybe say, hey, you might want to consider these degrees because you scored this way on this exam. Nobody's ever going to tell you what you should major in, but they're going to help you along the way to kind of help you figure that out. So
perfect. All right. Looks like we have one more question coming in. What is the student life like? Do they have clubs, groups, things that students can do, organizations on campus to interact with each other?
For sure. We have about 28 college clubs. We have a student life, a very active student life and leadership program at Gateway Community College. So if there's not a club out there for you out of the maybe 28 that exist, and there might be a couple more because every year people will create new clubs. You actually have the option of creating a club. There's actually a paperwork process that you go through student life and leadership. So for example, if we don't have a precision machining club and we have a lot of precision machining students, they might be inclined to create a club, and there's a process to do that. So there's something for everyone, and we really encourage being active in college and participating. Statistics show that students are more likely to graduate and accomplish their goals if they're engaged in some activity on campus.
Perfect. And it looks like we have time for one more final question. Do they offer a welding program?
At the Maricopa Skills Center, we have a great welding program. So they will teach 4 types of welding, which is MIG, TIG, flux core, and arc welding. I'm pretty impressed I got them right on camera right now. But yeah, and they encourage, if you've never welded before and you want to come into a program like that, to learn all 4 types of welding, because it'll make you more marketable out there in the job market. So that if someone asked me one of Maricopa Skills Center's most popular programs, I'd have to say welding is probably one of them. So
perfect. All right. Well, thank you for all the questions, everybody participating in the chat. If you guys remember, if you have any other specific questions that you couldn't think of on the spot that you might remember later during the other presentations, you'd like to ask Gateway, go ahead and fill that short form out that's directly below the video that's playing now. We'll get that information over to the reps for each of the universities. That way they can contact you and answer any other questions that you might have. And Arnold, thank you very much for showing up. We're glad to have you out here. And,
yeah, no problem. Is there any? Can I just point out our websites really quick before we close? So. Obviously, most of you are online. I brought out some brochures that I maybe could leave with the high school. I don't know if you mail stuff out or if they ever come and pick stuff up. If not, for Gateway, visit gatewaycc.edu and request a campus tour. And that information actually gets sent right to my department. We do the campus tours, and then we can get you started. Once you do the campus tour, that's one way that we can start you. MaricopaSkillsCenter.com, please visit, and same thing, that gets filtered through my department and we provide tours. And then being part of the Maricopa Community College, visit maricopa.edu. That was just Gateway Community College. We have tons of degrees and programs throughout all Maricopa, and I'm sure you'll have some other Maricopa colleges presenting. So thanks for having me.
Perfect. Yeah, thanks for being here. And again, students, we've got 2 more presentations coming up. We've got a 4 o'clock presentation from Rio Salado Community College, as well as a 4:40 presentation from the Art Institute. So make sure you stay tuned for those last 2 presentations of the day before we sign off on our second annual Digital College Fair. Remember, if you have any questions that you might have forgotten throughout the course of the day, make sure you fill those out on the short form. Stay tuned. We got a couple more great presentations coming your way.